Hello and welcome to the Patreon exclusive edition of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan Seymour, and you were not prepared for the Magic Order number 2.
Not at all, okay? Let me just get you out of your comfort zone right now. Page 1.
Yeah. You're not prepared for, like,
No, let's
this actually is such, I don't know, false advertising is the right
it
word.
really kind of is though. It's a false security blanket.
Yeah. But one of the things I love about it is, okay, so the cover, which we will get to something very similar to it.
Yes.
What I love about it is, if it's an intentional choice to have this, it only, how to phrase it, it puts your mind in a state that you're expecting something different. So when this happens, you don't understand what's going on. Yeah, and the impact is so much greater.
This is such a surreal scene. Only upon looking at it more do you recognize that obviously this is a person sitting in a car that is now filled with water.
Yeah,
specifically like ocean water.
Yeah, and there's fish, beautiful fish, and there's air bubbles.
Right. But there are cars and stuff, like a city life in the background, which I've never noticed that before. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But it's very Driving Miss Daisy. Like this is so like very nice, and you know, this is your grandmother. Riding and almost on the bus, if you will.
And with all the different people with the different magical abilities, it just felt like that was just a natural part of that particular universe.
That's what they do.
For whatever reason, this wizard or sorceress or whatever she is, this is just how she would operate.
It's just what she does. She likes to swim.
It's quiet.
She doesn't go to the pool.
It's serene.
Right.
Like it really is.
She likes to read in the water. That's what it is. If you don't know, we're talking about the Magic Order number 2. Miller World, Mark Millar, Olivier Coipel, or Coipel. I gotta figure out how to say it.
Like Olivier Coipel?
Yeah.
I don't like.
I'm gonna ask somebody. Yeah. Somebody tell us. You guys gotta know. All right. Page 1.
Yes. I love Cordelia.
Cordelia is my spirit animal, and it bites me. She starts off. Okay, wait, hold on. Before we get into this, let's backtrack just a moment. In Hit Girl, Mark gives a shout out to Tom King.
Yeah.
Is this now a gauntlet thrown at Tom King?
I was wondering the same thing because I got kind of like a Mr. Miracle sort of vibe.
Definitely Mr. Miracle sort of vibe. What we open up with is Cordelia standing there in this beautiful tuxedo.
Yeah.
Minions are chaining her up gloriously. I mean, these are some chains.
It's going to be one of the most epic Harry Houdini scot-free escape tricks. I mean, these are crazy chains.
They're crazy chains, and she's got drunk bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's already hindered a bit beyond the chains.
Yeah.
And she opens up with a line.
And this is I want this as part of my obituary.
I don't know. I met your mother. You're not allowed to have this.
I'm probably not allowed to have that as my obituary.
No, I met your mother. You can't do this. She says, I guess I've been an escapologist since I escaped my own abortion.
And not witty wordplay. She actually did.
Yes. The immediate sequence after is a flashback of young Cordelia as a fetus.
Yeah.
Her father having impregnated his assistant.
Yeah. And because in the wording of it, apparently this is something semi-regular.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which makes you wonder, are there other magic-capable people out there that we don't know about?
Maybe, maybe not. But because he was married, the other woman wanted a termination.
Yeah.
Cordelia was like, nah. Nah.
I'm out.
Removes herself from the womb of her birth mother.
Floating.
Or no, would-be birth mother.
Yeah.
Would-be birth mother. And magically implants herself into the womb of the surgeon who was performing the abortion.
Can you imagine?
Hold on. That's 1 page.
Yeah.
That is the first freaking page.
Most comics are done with that. That's the issue.
You're absolutely right. But this is page 1.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what Mark was when he's typing page 2. What?
Yeah. Because, it's Mr. Miracle is clown shoes. Clown shoes.
Straight up. She changed the doctor's blood type.
Yeah.
As she entered her body and made herself a home for the last 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a nervous breakdown. Of course she had a nervous breakdown. You watched a fetus in an amniotic sac.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're a doctor. You believe in pro-choice. You perform these, these procedures.
That would be life-changing. Like,
all of a sudden, are you now a born-again pro-lifer because God has definitely stricken you with this move? Is that what happens here?
Or you're just scared of this kid.
You're just like, never.
The sooner I get rid of this baby, the better.
Here. So Cordelia's father and his wife decide to adopt the baby immediately after delivery.
Which you gotta wonder, like, did he talk her like, you know what? Like, does she know? Does she know?
Oh, she's gotta know. She's gotta know. And by knowing, is that, I mean, what do you say? Like, I didn't actually sleep with her. It was a magic accident. It was miraculous conception. I mean, I'm not exactly lying. I didn't sleep with her. I didn't. Ask the doctor. She'll tell you if she wasn't drooling on herself.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I'm telling you. I swear. Magic guy's honor. I never slept with that woman.
Yeah. I want to know the mom. I want to know Cordelia's mom, like the one that raised her.
Right.
Like what her real motivation was. Was she like, I'm raising the man I love's child?
Right.
Or is it some like weird like sense of duty? Like what's
you are not supposed to be, but you are, therefore we should.
Yeah.
There's a consonance or consequence if we don't.
Yeah.
Like,
because that's going to also play into just how messed up Cordelia is. Cordelia is not messed up. Cordelia is a product of
some messed up stuff, man. Because clearly she knows this history about herself. So, I mean, literally, if this was something that happened, I don't think I would ever tell my child.
Right.
Never.
Yeah.
Ever tell my child. So the fact that she knows the things that we saw Cordelia do in the previous issue,
I'm like, all right, makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm already forgiving her off of this.
Yeah.
But it gets better.
She's awesome.
She was all about having this showcase of her powers and the performance of magic.
Yeah.
She is all about it since she was a kid, to the point where she climbs up on the frickin' roof of her school.
Yeah, grade school age, maybe 5th grade, maybe.
Bound with a shirt tied behind her back, her cap's to the back.
Yeah.
And decides that she's going to jump into an oil tank.
Yeah.
From the roof.
In and of itself is craziness.
Right.
Right?
Oh, but wait, she doesn't jump.
Yeah.
She's pushed.
And then there's a kid standing next to the oil tank that there's a lit match, and the kid yells, "The fiery pit of death, ladies and gentlemen," and a lit match is thrown in. Fire.
After she lands in the freaking oil.
Yeah.
They wait for her to land. It's not even like, hey, we're going to light this and this is your target. They wait for her to land.
And then.
Immersed completely, and then sets the thing on fire.
Yeah. So you now have to survive the fall.
Yes.
The oil.
Yes.
And now the fire.
And now the fire on top of it all.
And then Mr. Bigglesworth, the English teacher,
says that he is the most real person in comics I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He makes a declaration. Oh my God. We're going to fucking jail. Like, there's nothing else you can say. You were absolutely right. You know you didn't pull any triggers. You know you didn't push the little girl. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You are a trained professional who, look, the other teacher is passing out.
Yeah,
like she's had it.
She's clocked
it's
out.
Over.
Oh
it's
my
a
gosh.
wrap.
Like, I wonder if Olivier is a parent, because that's like the kind of face parents make when there's silence, like what the kids do.
What was this? Who did it? Who's getting whooped right now? What I love is that Cordelia emerges from somewhere.
Yeah.
Singed, like, I mean, she's got the smoke coming off of her, and she's just so flippant. You know, relax. You're all going to be fine.
Because it's all part of the performance.
It's all good.
Jazz hands. And then the kids
are like, ah! Can you imagine that day at school? Can you imagine going home and being like, so this is what happened. This is what happened at school today.
Like the usual, like you're sitting around the dinner table, and then like one of your parents just like out of like obligation and part of the pattern, like, oh, how was your day at school? Oh my God. So Cordelia.
And literally,
for lying.
I think that's why we're in the space that we are right now. Okay,
Yep.
so we turn the page, and still smoldering, if you will, with the hat now back on. She's sitting outside the principal's office, where the parents clearly in the room.
Yeah.
But I feel like they literally called them in on the fear structure that the other kids were going to tell their parents what happened.
Yeah.
Because if you were literally able to get away with this, if I were an administrator, and this is probably why I'm not an administrator, I would not tell a single soul that this happened.
Yeah, it would have to, like, this is quiet. Nobody says anything.
Don't say squat.
Because
no one's going to believe us, number one.
Right.
And number two, just no. But she's like, look, this is me. I want to do this stuff in full view.
Yeah.
I want to entertain. Like, I love it.
Yeah, we're part of something amazing. We have skills that nobody else has.
Stop trying to stifle me.
Right.
Like, let me live. No. She's describing this. She's like, look, she says it flat out. Maybe it's because my dad tried to abort me, but I've made bad choices my entire life, and I doubt that's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah. It makes sense.
It does.
Like, it really does.
It
Like,
really does.
you're gonna do things that are not the healthiest for you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're going to be constantly struggling to get that approval, to get that notice, and it just keeps pushing you further and further away. And this is where, like, before filming, I'm a big believer in page turn reveals.
Yes.
Like the kind of thing where you're set up for it, then you flip the page,
and that's when it hits you.
What I love about this is there is no page turn reveal.
No.
Like there is, but you are so wrapped up in Cordelia's story and feeling the damage that she's having to deal with, that you don't notice what's on the next page.
You don't notice it all. And what's great is once you do notice it, it still doesn't tell you everything.
Right?
So once you look over here, what you see is that she's literally standing at a birthday party for little kids, having regaled them with this entire tale.
Yeah.
The actual visual of these weird looking minions is all an illusion.
Yeah.
Like,
this isn't...
That's not what this is. Like, it's just her.
Yeah.
She set herself up to be chained. One little boy, little Tommy here, wants to know, what's an abortion? There's a lot of conversations that are going to be had after this, after the cake, okay? Clearly, this is a bad move, and the mom, preemptively, maybe, who knows what she did earlier, has already called the cops.
Like, how off the hook does your kid's birthday party have to be to call the cops on the performer? Like, oh.
I mean, the Joker's not even here.
Yeah.
And she called the cops. The cops go to reach for her, and
she's gone.
She's gone. Out of the chains, out of the straitjacket, she's literally just gone. The cops can only ask, how the hell did she do that?
Yeah. God,
what?
Like, the more I think about it now, it's really kind of like the movie version, the more recent movie version of Chicago, where like she's having one of those monologues, and it's like during a set piece.
Yes.
Because there's the people in the audience
like
watching.
you can see them, but at the same time, but the whole like drab like facial structure, like her expression is just so like, this is happening, and this is my life, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But like now, is this something just in her imagination, or was there like a pocket kind of thing as just part of her powers?
Don't know.
We don't know.
We turns the page, and now this was cool. So Regan, who is the flamboyant son, very powerful, very mouthy.
Yeah,
like Regan is not playing.
He knows his place. He knows where he's at in the hierarchy. He's got the powers to back it up. And
he's ready.
Yeah,
he's ready to do some things. So he's being asked to go to a special meeting place, sent by way of a headline hidden in the newspaper, which I was like, that's just cool. Yeah, like cool magic stuff right there. I love it. So we get described this place, Moonstone Castle, which is like a family heirloom, if you will. Yeah. A place of very high power. It's like a fortress of solitude. Yeah. But hidden better than Superman could ever figure out.
In plain sight too, because it's in the Chicago Art Institute.
It is a painting hidden within the Art Institute of Chicago, and you can only get to it if you're formally invited. Yeah. So you have to get an invitation. You go to this painting, and you literally walk through the painting into the scene. Yeah. Hello.
Which is craziness.
I'm just curious, if it rains where this is, does it rain in the painting?
Right.
If it snowed, like, are there any
Like,
actual changes
or
that occur?
Just the static. I don't know. Like that's
I got nothing.
Because it's dynamic inside the painting because he's walking around talking to people.
Right. But that's the thing, like this is probably like one of those things that's like a little idea.
Yeah.
But the more you think about it, the cooler it becomes.
Yeah.
Because then you start asking these questions of like, well, does it change? Does, you know, is this like a pocket dimension that's like closed off from everything else? Or what? Like you just don't know.
Yeah, because this isn't magic like spells.
No.
It's
This is a change in reality.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is.
And that makes it so much more epic. So
very cool. So we get introduced to this guy, this uncle, who has like a dinosaur on his shoulder, like a parrot, like Uncle Edgar. Which I think was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's cool for no good reason. And this guy, he's older and seems a little feeble, you know, a little hunched.
Yeah.
Something about him kind of reminds me of Stan Lee.
A little bit, yeah. I got that
just
vibe.
a little bit. But I love that, like, he's saying like he can't leave this place.
But like trapped isn't the right vibe I got off
Right.
it. Like he's there for a purpose that he's okay with.
Right. It kind of it took me to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
And he was the crusader that had found the Holy Grail, but the only way that it absolutely works is if you don't leave the temple that it's at. So
and the crusader would never say, "I'm trapped here."
Right.
That's just my
He's
job.
like, this is where I'm at now. Like I'm not to leave. I took of, and now this is it.
Yeah.
I love it. They're meeting up. Cordelia's there.
Yeah.
And
on time
actually.
Yeah.
Like that's the fun part. And they're chatting about like, hey, listen, stuff is happening. Like we got to figure out who it is. And of course Regan is like, we know who it is.
Yeah. And there's a certain, like, he makes a point, like in not in a, like it's a real thing. Like we know who it is.
Right.
Why do we need proof?
Right.
Let's just go and handle it, because if we don't, it's just going to get worse.
It's gonna get worse. Let's just go get it. And of course his dad does make a point. You know, obviously they're being goaded into action.
Yeah.
That's clearly what's desired here.
It's
we need to figure out something else.
Yeah.
Let's take our time. And Cordelia, in her very uncouth manner, sets up the tale of what this could all be about.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Magic has always had like their artifacts.
Yeah.
You know, like in stories and things like that. And we found out about this book, this Necronomicon. Can we call it that?
It feels like it.
Right?
The Orichalcum isn't just a book, Cordelia. It's the darkest spells of old Atlantis empowered through history of human sacrifice.
That's not nice.
That's
like,
craziness. That's
no.
Pure evil.
Right.
Like the darkest of magics.
And of old Atlantis.
Yeah.
Which they hadn't mentioned Atlantis through this series yet.
Yeah.
So like now another thought trail is like, wait, there's an old Atlantis? Is there a new Atlantis?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Da, da, da. Lots of things. So to really kind of look at it, what I love is like the notion of this book being this very, very powerful thing. I mean, like she literally says 2 world wars were fought because of it.
Yeah.
The world wars were fought.
I want to know the secret history of that.
Of this book. Layers on layers on layers. Like literally he could publish the Bible of this and it would be a bestseller.
All right, we're only 2 issues in, and I'm kind of wishing there was like a Silmarillion version.
Yes.
Like all the back history of everything.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's why.
That would so good. So of course Cordelia is throwing in her little personal little jabs.
Yeah.
Because she's in a place. She's definitely in a place. She's about to turn 30 and she's feeling a certain kind of way. And clearly this is not necessarily the room for it.
Yeah.
There's people that feel a certain kind of way.
Yeah. But
so I feel like Willie kind of looked like me before I cut my hair.
A little bit.
And I don't mind this. I claimed it online when I saw the pencil art, and I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna say I'm Willie. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, I'm claiming it. It's mine. break in at the vault.
Yeah. So we pause for a second. So we're at this library, and this is just an amazing, like a legit library, not like a room with some books.
No.
Like a library. What? Like the tomes, the knowledge,
yes,
the history, like what all, like I want to know what are in these books.
Yes.
Then you're like, wait a minute. So there's a vault? There's a separate place for other stuff?
Separate place for other things.
Yeah.
Not like this information is important.
Yeah.
There's something else that we could have.
Ohio.
Yes. Doesn't say where in Ohio. Doesn't matter. It's Ohio.
Yeah. One of the things I love too is what's on Dude's shirt.
Dude. This is one of the best things in the world. So this guy, very unassuming magician, we'll say.
Yeah.
He is a magician.
Yeah. Very. He doesn't look like Reagan.
No. Not well put together at all. He does look like somebody I know. I'll be kind and I will not say, but he does look like somebody I know. And the vault is in this dude's basement.
Right.
Like who this dude clearly lives with his mother. Okay. Yeah. He's of that ilk.
Yeah. Because his mother's standing right there. They put a spell on her.
So she wouldn't, it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's Regan and Cordelia go to check this out. They open up this hidden door.
Yeah.
And they like recognize that they took this how do I know how you say that? Horologium?
I know I'm going to be looking up online tonight.
I know, right? Like, I don't know what that is, or do I want to know what that is?
Right.
Whatever this thing is, though, it's big. It's massive. It's deadly. Because
they're kind of freaking out. Whoever didn't trigger any alarms.
Right.
So they were just able to walk in there and get it and leave.
And that's not like you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
It says right here, you probably never heard of it, but it broke through here in 1641 and ate through most of October.
Yeah.
It's a time eater that ate a month before America was created.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, we weren't even a country yet, and it ate a month.
Yeah.
Could that be what happened to Roanoke? Maybe.
We don't know.
Just throwing it out there. Our ancestors trapped it in a bottle, and they all turned 90 before they got the cork one.
Right. What kind of, that's a sacrifice.
What? Yo, come on.
I'm curious about the magazine that's laying there.
Yeah, it's kind of it's an interesting one.
It is.
It's a adult magazine.
Yes. There nudity.
There is a little, and obviously, like, this guy's embarrassed about it. But what it means is that he goes there.
Yeah.
Like, for privacy.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's supposed to.
Yeah.
So, quite arguably, like, something could have happened to him to make him go do this.
Yeah.
Like, he could possibly be the one who did this, and we don't even know. The part that freaked me out the most at this, up until this point, is the next sequence.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of the artifacts that's sitting there is called a soul camera.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Cordelia notices, isn't this a soul camera? He's like, that's right, old-fashioned brownie repurposed by the local tribes when Methodist missionaries arrived in East Borneo. And she asks the most important question of all time, didn't there used to be two of them?
Yeah. And one of the things I like about not just this, but it's another one where I'm so engrossed in this that I don't notice this.
You don't even look.
And she actually, Cordelia had, like, when she's on point.
She is very on point.
Yeah.
Not even Regan noticed that there was one that was missing.
Yeah.
Like, and he's usually the guy that's just like, I mean, he's on it.
Yeah.
She's the one that's like, wait, this is what this thing is, right? And he's like, yeah.
Where's the other?
Where's the other one? Like, there's supposed to be two of them.
Right.
Immediately we go to Los Angeles. And this is what I think is really interesting. Mark is being very aggressive with his storytelling, where he's not trying to waste time and decompress the story.
Yeah,
he's keeping it really fast. Like, let's get it done. So in this page, I show up. I'm in Los Angeles. And all of a sudden, I'm getting into my delivery truck.
Not UPS.
And no, it doesn't say. There's a photo taken, and the question is, did you get him? I got him.
And it took me a moment.
It took his soul.
Yeah.
It took his soul. And the question is he still there?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a soulless version of him just walking around now, but they actually have control of him.
Yeah.
Like,
But then that panel, like,
and this is where it becomes bad
because it's so. I don't even know how to fully appreciate the because they've got, even if it's, I don't know, air quotes, just his soul trapped in this photo.
Right.
They're just like, there's a level of nonchalance. Like, it's not even a concern of theirs.
No, they're just like, yeah, we did this. And next.
Yeah.
What's crazy is, so we get the actual name of the marquee looking guy that was creepy before. She gives him the photo.
Yeah. You've just given someone's soul trapped in a Polaroid.
Gives it to him.
Look at this
and
photo.
Dude totally doomsday it.
Yeah.
Crushes the photo, which I'm only speculating kills the guy.
That's my thought. Oh, because imagine you're looking out of this photo, right? And like,
there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
This hand crushes you. They're in LA at the time.
Yeah.
New York City. Dun dun dun. The librarian
who we met in the
library,
and then also
on the front cover.
The way that you guys did this, like, I want to know if you guys intentionally, like, I'm dear Olivier and Mark, wasn't an intentional move to have that particular cover done that way in a very serene, very. All right, we'll get to the massive juxtaposition.
So there's a traffic jam for some odd reason. It's New York, like, obviously there's a traffic jam, and we've got like the Venetian shows up, outside the car. Like, literally just, he's there.
Yeah.
And calls her by name.
Yeah.
And says, fill her up.
Yeah.
Points his wand at the car.
And I don't know what that, like, I didn't know what that means. I never thought that it would be the cover, kind of. Because there's water.
Right.
Like the cover. They're in the cab, like the cover.
The car starts filling up with water inside it. The driver's freaking out. I feel so bad for this dude.
Because he's just some dude.
He's just a driver of a cab, man. It's not even his fault.
Just accidentally in the wrong spot at the wrong time in a battle between two.
Completely.
Yeah.
Edith is telling him to get open the locks. We need to get out. He's like, I'm trying. It's not working. She goes for her wand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's about to go down.
Venetian versus the librarian.
Let's go. She starts doing stuff.
And you can see the lights flashing, and people are looking.
Like, what's going on in the cab? It's not working.
Yeah.
Whatever she's supposed to be able to do, it is not happening. Yeah. People are gathered around the cab because they can see that it is filled with water. Yeah. They're trying to get the people out of it. They've got crowbars. They're, trying to break glass. They can't do it. They finally crack the door open.
Yeah.
Out pours out this water. And 2 dead bodies.
And they're dead. They drowned. It, like, in the middle of a traffic jam in New York.
Broad daylight. No concern.
It sends such a message.
They're just there.
Like, we'll get you.
That's period. Like, you can't do something like this and it not end up on the news.
Yeah.
There is no covering this up. This isn't no secret thing that the good guys handled and it's all quiet now. No, this is... Everyone saw this. Yeah. This lady and this driver randomly drowned in a car.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. It's not 100% impossible. Like, there's somewhere, like, someone probably could figure out a way to do it.
Like, well, there was, but the technical malfunctions of it all.
Yeah.
I think that's virtually impossible. A car should not fill up with that much water.
Right.
Without being immersed in it. Yeah. I'm just saying. Then we go take a quick little train ride over to Philadelphia.
And this is where I want to see this. Like, I want to see all the sequences, but this one in particular, because this is horrifying.
Like, before the photo thing, that was creepy to me.
Yeah.
This takes it to another level.
Yeah.
This is horror. That was creepy. This is horror.
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Mo was like, hey, it's gonna be a late night. Now, mind you, the Venetian just said Mo Rizzi next. Like, he's ticking off people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Going in order.
And then the other person was like, I don't see why not. Not like
could be anybody.
Yeah.
He could have said any name. Yeah. He could have just picked one. He's like, look, gonna be late tonight, magic business. Yeah. She's like, be careful. Sid Green's wife said it's a grade 9 wizard you're up against out there. This isn't just some run-of-the-mill punk.
Yeah.
Now,
what's the scale?
Not only the scale, something about that felt wrong for his wife to say that. Like, granted, she obviously knows some things, but for her to speak with such direct specificity, I was like...
And someone else's wife...
Right.
Yeah, because she's not at the table.
No, she's not. Like, who did she hear that from?
Yeah.
And did she really hear it from this guy or this person? Or is this the Venetian telling him?
Maybe.
Right, I don't know.
Yeah, because there's so many possibilities. Because you got that, like maybe there's like a whole underground of magic, and
they be talking, you know. So Mo is shaving to get ready, and all of a sudden the Venetian appears in his reflection, as his reflection.
I can't even imagine.
That's just
like that would just be scary as
poop. Just
crap.
Absolute poop. And says Sid Green's wife is right.
Yeah. So I mean, he's been listening. He is hearing
the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time. He reaches through, shatters the window.
Yeah.
And pulls
him through.
Mo through it.
Yeah.
And then
that's when the people start coming up out of the tub.
Murders him.
Yeah.
I mean, head sever.
Yeah.
Through the broken glass. It's terrible.
Yeah.
They come out. They reveal themselves to his wife,
yeah,
who is absolutely terrified.
But yeah.
Reasonably so. Even without her necessarily seeing what happened, she knows that these people being here is not a good thing.
Yeah. And I thought she was about to get killed.
Oh, my God. In, like, the worst way possible. Yeah. The literal worst way possible. And she's like, don't cry.
Yeah.
You're all right. You're going to live.
Yeah.
We need you to tell Leonard Moonstone that he's next.
Yeah.
And that's how it ends. Let me tell you, I love Mark. I really do. I gave him a cuss word at the end of this because I was like, I needed more. I wanted more. And I was like, you son of a... Like, I was so mad that it was over.
Because you're left hanging.
Yeah.
Like, in such an epic... That is the way an episode ends.
That's... Oh, you're absolutely 100% right. I just...
Yeah. Because
the cover for issue 3 is all kinds of sexy funky. I don't know how I feel about it.
Reminds me a lot about my senior prom.
Wow. You have to share that story with me sometime. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just please, if you would.
Good times, good times.
Magic Order number 2. Yep. One of the best books of this year, flat out. It doesn't hold back. It gets it in there.
Yep.
This is good storytelling at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
There will be no second prints. That's been said. Every copy of it is strip cover returnable. So shops can, if they choose to, send back for credit with Diamond. So at some point there might be a scarcity, especially once the series starts.
Yeah,
which is astute businessmanship on their part.
This is good stuff. Read this if you know what's good for you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being our Patreon exclusive members. Definitely tell friends to check this out. Oh my God, if for no other reason than to know the Magic Order.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Book of at least the week.
Month.
Yeah.
The month. I don't even care. Let's go.
Yeah.
Good times.